Hello everyone, I have wanted to create and share this video for a while. If you can't tell by the title, I am going to reveal my 23andMe ancestry and health results. In a separate video, I will compare my results to other DNA sites such as DNA Land, GenMatch, MyHeritage, and WeGene. Remember to like and comment on this video. Feel free to subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell to get an update when I post new videos. Okay, so when you're on the home page, it looks like this. You can buy a book with your results that the site produced. And here you can explore your recommended reports, quick links. There's ancestry, health, traits, DNA, relatives, and that's a lot of relatives. Your connections, research are questions that I answered, and then that would help your other relatives that you connect with and yourself just to know what they might be looking forward to or vice versa. So after home, you want to go to your ancestry, and let's do ancestry overview. So loading. So right off the bat, you can tell I am 97% Chinese. I was hoping to be a little more of something else. I'm not sure what, but I've never felt that I was 100% Chinese, but I guess that's because I grew up, in a Caucasian family. Review report. Okay, so it's a little pixely. Okay, that's better. So here it tells me that I am 97% Chinese, and it will tell you a little bit about your history and just some information. If you're not familiar with this website, 23andMe does give you more results and just a little more extras than Ancestry.com. I do know this from having compared it with other people's accounts, and this is not sponsored, by the way. This is just my own opinion. And then it will continue to tell you things. But what I thought was interesting was that I was adopted from Shanghai, China, which is right here. And it says that the strongest evidence of my ancestry is in Guangdong. So, and then here I'll just tell you extra things about like maybe some like recipes or some places you should visit in China. I recently went to, well, not recently, in 2017 for spring break. I went to China for 10 days and I visited Shanghai, Xi'an, and Beijing. Beijing, I saw the Great Wall of China, and in Xi'an, I saw the ancient wall. Here's the Great Wall. And in Shanghai, it's the metropolitan city. Anyways, going to Shanghai was great. I don't remember it from when I was adopted, but I picked the trip especially just because it went back to where I was from, so I was interested in seeing that. Let's see. And here's some other recommendations. Okay, so we covered that. Now I want to go here and then let's see all ancestry reports. So if you continue to read, it will tell you what reports it came up from your DNA. And these are the reports I compare to other relatives when I find them. And clearly you can see I am 97% Chinese on this website. You continue to go down. Doesn't detect anything else. But if you remember in the beginning of my video, I said I'm going to compare this to other sites because I don't always believe you should go by one site. Just like if you were diagnosed with something, you don't want to just go by one doctor. So if we go into my ancestry composition, right here you can tell that I am East Asian and Native American. I am Chinese and Southeast Asian, which is 99%, Chinese and 97%, broadly Chinese, Southeast Asian 2.7, and unassigned 0.2. Yes, this was updated January 10th, and I am 2 months behind recording this video, but I just wanted to get some more results and compare it to other sites before I created this video. Here it will tell you about scientific details, and it'll just tell you how they calculated these results. And again, I showed you this already. And here's my ancestry timeline, which it says Chinese. You most likely had a parent or a grandparent who was 100% Chinese. This person was likely born between 1940 and 1970, painting my chromosome composition, which I don't think I've ever seen this before, but that's pretty cool. What I guess you can play around with the results here and get different information. But that's also another thing when I compare it to DNA relatives, it shows you this, and I recognize that those results from that. But here 97. So top, I'm gonna go to my DNA relatives. Now I was really surprised by this. Let's see, when I started this, I think back in January, on January 10th, I got the results. And if I'm not mistaken, I think I had 575 cousins, distant relatives. So right now it's grown quite a bit to 793. Find all types of people here. You find people older than you find cousins, siblings, parents, but I have yet to find a parent or a sibling, and I don't know how I feel about that yet, but I'll come across that when I do. But I've been just talking to distant cousins recently, and they've been really nice and just like helping me out on things that might help me a little bit. Is that I don't really know my Chinese last name because I was just given one, but it wasn't my real one that my birth parents had, so I don't know what it is, but this one shows that a lot of the common names are Chin, and all these other names are here. So when I find relatives that are like Chinese and they grew up in, a setting with their Chinese parents, they usually tell me, we're related so and so by your maternal mother's side and my paternal father's side, or something, vice versa. And they'll just tell me information, but they always go by their last names and say that's how we're connected, because they can connect the grandparents and the dots. So whatever they say, I generally have been believing because I don't know anything else. But it's interesting, so one day when I get more information, I'll have to find something out. But let's see. So far, I don't really have any new people on here. I just have more distant cousins, so nothing closer than a third cousin. So when we go to, and I hit health and traits overview, and we see that I can discover what my DNA can say about your health. And right here, you have to watch tutorials to just understand what these health results are going to tell you, but I didn't really have any, so I don't have to worry about it. They come up with a health action plan, and I haven't done that yet. But here's my health predisposition, my wellness, my carrier status, and traits. So, parts that were really interesting that I want to share are my wellness and traits. So, I'm going to just go to, I guess I'll just go down here, but you can hit wellness, view reports. And right here, it starts off with my alcohol flush reaction. And this one's really interesting because I don't really drink alcohol, but when I have in the past, I do feel like I got like a little hot flash, and also like my cheeks would turn rosy pink. So I don't think this is accurate. This is definitely not accurate because I used to drink coffee like crazy in college. I think it was just to get through my 12-hour days and just my night classes and just stay up for homework. But I mean, right now I don't consume as much, but I have in the past, so it's easily done. And so I think it's that might not be true. But for my deep sleep, I think they did pinpoint this. So I do agree with this because I don't sleep very well. And I do know that has to do with like, caffeine consumption, exercising, just sitting around, and then like, staring at screens. But I do think I do don't sleep as well as other people because I'm always complaining about it and I'm always tired. But if you click on these, they'll just tell you like different things, like what you can do to get to be better about your sleep results, and you'll just explain how they measure sleep and what you can do, and biology of sleep pressure. So the longer we stay awake, the sleepier we get. Well, that sounds accurate. And then, so right here, this is interesting for my genetics when it came out with my results after I did the saliva test. It tells me that I am CC, and that means that I am not likely to be especially a deep sleeper. So that's interesting based on my results and genetics that it came out with that. So that's cool. So people with TT are especially deep sleepers. And I have this like watch that, one of those like Fitbits that tell you about your sleep REM thing. And I tried it when I first got it, and it did tell me I got like maybe a half an hour sleep in a whole night of 8 hours, and the others just like restless sleep. And I know I do because I like toss and turn all night until like 4 a.m. Let's see. So here I'll tell you about the caffeine again. So people with T variant, which I'm not, have an easier time falling asleep after drinking coffee compared to people without the T variant. That's cool. So I'm CC, so that makes sense. So this is the ones that are kind of off and I'm not sure about, but here we go. Musical pitch. How many people can actually hold a musical pitch? Please let me know in the comments. But 50-50 chance, okay, that's kind of just guessing at it. I definitely cannot hold one, and that's why I'm not a singer. Asparagus odor detection. Likely can smell. I think I can. Bitter taste. Likely can taste. Okay, so that's like, I feel like that's a 50-50 chance. Bunions. Less likely average to have a bunion. I don't think I have one. Cheek dimples. Likely no dimples. I feel like I do have like one or two. Cilantro taste. Slightly higher odds of disliking cilantro. I think I do like cilantro. Cleft chin. I don't have one. Dandruff. I don't think so. Earlobe type. Likely detached earlobes. I had someone look at my earlobes and I don't think they are. Earwax type. That's weird, but no, that's incorrect. Eye color. Likely brown or hazel eyes. No, if they had like black, I feel like that would be my eye color. I have a very, very, very dark brown, and so is my hair color. Fear of heights, more likely than average to be afraid. Actually, that is not true at all because I don't have a fear of heights. Fear of public speaking, more likely to have a fear of public speaking. That's true, but I mean, I think that comes with, experience and having to do it in school and vice versus a job or something like that. I just really personally haven't had to do it that much, so therefore I do have a fear of public speaking, but I think that would get better if, you had to do it in class and had to do it at work. Finger length ratio. Likely ring finger longer. Okay, yep, so that's your forefinger. Nope, my middle finger is longer than all my fingers. Flat feet. More likely than average to have flat feet. That might be slightly true because my arches are not that great. And my feet hurt when I walk a lot, so I always had to get some shoes with some arches. Freckles. Likely little freckle. That might be true. I might have like one or two. Hair photo bleaching. Less likely to experience hair photo bleaching. What is that? That's true. When I was younger, I felt like my hair got like slightly lighter, but I doubt it does, so I guess that's right. Hair texture. Likely straight or wavy. See, that's a 50-50 chance. But normally Asian people have straight hair. Hair thickness. More likely to have thick hair. So my mom, she told me that she thinks I have thick hair, but half the time I feel like I don't. Ice cream flavor preference. 50-50 chance of preferring vanilla over chocolate ice cream. See, that's just like a waste of a question because 50-50 chance, of course, you're going to either like half like chocolate, half like vanilla. I like vanilla. Light or dark hair? Lightly dark. That's true. Okay, so I do hate chewing sounds. Mosquito bite frequency. I do get bit a lot. Like a lot. So that's true. Motion sickness. I think I do get motion sickness, but I used to get it worse. Car rides, but newborn hair. Likely lots of baby hairs. I feel like only in the front of my hair I still have baby hair, like the length of it. Do you guys sneeze when it's sunny? I don't think I do, so I don't think that's true. Red hair. That's true. I don't have red hair. Likely lighter skin. This one, I so when I went to China, there were a lot of people and they had light skin, and I have dark skin because I grew up in Florida. So I think that might be true. If I was in China, I probably would have the umbrella over my head just like everyone else. But I do have dark skin, so for me that's not right. Sweet versus salty. Likely prefers salty. That is true. When I have something sweet, as much as I like a chocolate cookie or something, I have to eat something salty or something like bread or something right after because the overpowering sweetness of it just bothers me. But I love it so much. But I do like salt and vinegar chips. Those are my favorite. Toe length ratio. Likely big toe longer. That's true for me. And unibrow, likely at least a little. No, that's incorrect. Wake up time. Likely to wake up around 8:57. I'm not really sure what the time I wake up usually is because I haven't been sleeping well, so but maybe like 9:30. Widow's peak. Likely no widow's peak. So what am I hoping to get out of just doing this? A lot of people said they did this because of their health results. Um I pretty much felt like I didn't really have any health problems, and I'm knock on wood, I'm glad I don't. But I did this for the relatives to find cousins, maybe siblings and parents, but just to connect with people. And um, I thought it would be interesting just to talk with people who are adopted and see how they felt. So I'm gonna go over here. But when I was looking at my relatives and I saw that you could get on the map and look at the different states, and I reached out to a handful of people and decided to plan a meetup. So that was really exciting, and I did that back in February. And two people showed up, and I was really excited to have people come. One person I found on 23andMe, and then another person I found on Jed Match, and I will be talking about that in another video. Guys, this is the end of my video. I appreciate you watching it. Please let me know if you stayed to the end of the video. And hey guys, don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe on my video. I would love to hear about your 23andMe results. And if you have any other questions about my Chinese adoption story, I would love to share it. Thank you.